Hello and welcome to the OGC community. All you need to do to join our beautiful family is hit the subscribe button, slam the thumbs up button on all the videos. Now let's go check out and see what Art of Conquest is all about. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. How is everybody doing tonight? First of all, congratulations. OGC girl confirmed it herself. I believe this might be a first time ever for KDG to be the first person to comment, or the first time for her to win the first comment on the live stream. The strange one is having rainy and cold weather, which is affecting his connection issues at this point in time. So KDG snuck in. She got first place. I bet you she was probably reading the OGC chat. So congratulations, KDG. The strange one, no stranger to this one, and he came in second place. We have Goldilocks coming in third. We have Bro saying, hello, OGC, how are you? And what's new today. So hello, bro. We'll go over all the new stuff, and it looks like we will have a panel of guests to ask their thoughts as well. So Katie says hi to everyone. Scott EG is here saying hi to Katie. We have Ard. I'm just going to go with Ard saying hi, what's up, guys? Katie said hi to Scott. Scott EG said, why did they move maintenance to Thursday night? Really good question, and they also brought the Lucky Wheel one day early, so I'm really confused, probably just as confused as you guys. I know this week is actually, or maybe it's next week, is a holiday where Lilith is, so maybe somebody that's more culturally appropriated than I am can tell us why. We also have KDG asking, how is the EG team doing? Is Taint still beating up Bod? To which degree Scott EG said, we're doing good. Yes, Taint is beating him up in the Coliseum. So that's awesome to hear. I'll have some follow-up questions to that, and maybe we'll get Bod or Taint to answer it. I'm sure one of them will. So OGC girl is here. She's saying, yay, Katie, you did it. KDG has her very own fangirl. Can said hello. We have Phil saying, what's up, everyone? The strange one said, why dislike? There's always 1 to 2 people that dislike. It just is. Oh, I missed a whole section. So Agus is here saying hello. Artemis is here. Hello to Artemis. Pendragon is here. Hello, Pendragon. Jessica Chan is here. Hello, Jessica Chan. Moon is here saying afternoon. Good day, mate. Good afternoon, Moon. I hope you're doing well, man. Lewis the Pain was about to hit 2 million core power, so congratulations and keep up the growth, Lewis. That's absolutely massive, and that's a huge milestone, so congratulations. KDG is 15th in the Coliseum right now, but only did 3 fights. I think yesterday for the OGC account, we are ranked like 45th in core overall or something like that, and we ended in 11th in the Coliseum. So right after maintenance ends, there's going to be 1 hour until Coliseum ends. Get your hits in as close to the end as you can so you can place the highest. Who else did I miss? I feel like I missed more. So Caligor said, hi, Katie. We have Billy saying, man, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I have some questions I want to ask. So Billy, bring on the questions. I love OGC Gaming's here. They said I love OGC and OGC Girl. So can we get OGC Girl say that she loves this? She yelled yay from the other room. It's Mikey's here, so hello, it's Mikey. And also, I think we're close to getting everyone. So I also want to say hello to Tane. How are you doing, man?
Oh, I forgot I was in here. What's up?
Not too much. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am doing pretty good. So we are, while we talk and everything, I actually have the PTR server up so we can look at the PTR stuff. But how are you doing in Coliseum, and are you trying super hard to place high at the end of the days?
Not at the end of the days. I'm in bed when it ends because, I mean, there's no point in like fighting super hard for first place the first few days because it doesn't really matter. I got first place. I did get first place the first night though, but like me and Bot are just hitting each other back and forth. I mean, it is what it is. Like we're both. I mean, it's between me and him. Like, we're the two highest score, and we just trade attacks back and forth.
Gotcha. And speaking of high core stuff, I have to say congratulations to Tane for breaking the 10 million milestone as far as the core. Congratulations, man. That's absolutely huge.
Thanks, man. I got a screenshot of it. It was like a perfect 10. I was super happy about that.
That's awesome. I know I saw it before, but gotta publicly congratulate you as well because that's insanity and absolutely cool.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I was actually kind of sad today. I forgot there was maintenance, or did they even announce this maintenance? I didn't realize there was. But yeah. I went to go buy like it's supposed to be custom bundles today for like a reset, and I was like, I'm gonna upgrade my temple, and there was like nothing. I was so sad.
Yeah, and on the PTR there is actually the custom shop there. So I wonder if when we log back in there'll be the custom shop.
Check it and see if they added hero stuff to the custom shop on that.
All right, so I have Astral Stones, Forge Fire, Dust, because everyone needs more dust. I don't think Tane even has 159 on his Dragonics. They have Prisms, Chakra, the advanced stuff for artifacts, Tech Rush, Rune Stones, the ability stuff in Hero EXP. We have the Dragon stuff to level them up. That's it. So I don't see the hero shards.
How many stones do you get for the $100 one?
For rune stones?
Yeah.
So for superior rune stones, it looks like you get in total with the bundle bonus, you get 5 plus 4, and you get 8 plus 3, 4, 12 plus 2, and 3 regular.
And those are the ones where you can pick the color, right?
Yes, guarantees your choice of a plus 3 rune stone.
I think maybe 1 or 2 of those will be enough to get maybe 2 statues to plus 8 because I'm really close to plus 8 on 2 statues.
Gotcha. So for the ones that you can actually pick yourself, there's 4 plus 4, 8 plus 3, and 8 plus 2. The other ones are random, so the bottom ones are totally random.
Yeah, the one where you can pick the color is awesome because I think that one bundle that you just showed, that should be enough to get the one temple I have to plus 8, and then I could probably get real close to getting the other 2, or another 1 to plus 8. That'll put me at 6 of 10 at plus 8.
Yeah, that would be insane. So then wait, so if you get the plus 8, that's the Doom Dragon?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're gonna get a Doom Dragon soon?
I would not say soon. So that's with the custom bundle. That'll probably get me to, like I said, 6 of the 10 total statues, or temple things or whatever, to 8. getting the last 4 done was probably going to take ages.
And actually, I do have a so I have a Patreon request that I want to do with you because I want to pick your mind. Before I do, I just want to get caught up on the chat. So Can said, Tain and Sir Chris, 10 million, congratulations. We also have oh jeez, I love OGC Gaming is asking OGC girl, please don't yell at them. We also have Vivek saying congratulations to Tain for 10 million core power. So that is awesome. Bag of Chips or Chip is here. So hello to Mr. Chip. Taylor's also here saying hey team. And we also have OGC girl tagged me. She said, I would never yell at you. I love OGC Gaming. I love you. God, you guys are so lovely. Nikolai said, hey OGC, quick question. I'm a human player, but nothing but human. They're all human, inside and out. Considering switching to either Dwarf or Lich, I don't know which one's thoughts. So we'll come back to that one in a second, Nikolai. We also have Queen of Death saying, Tain was always slim thick. Congrats on 10 million. Katie called you fat.
I saw.
Abandoned Gaming said, guys, wouldn't it be great if we could infuse dragon abilities with higher class dragon essence? I bet you something's coming across that lines. Chip said that the rune shop is maybe the most worth. We also have Can saying, hello OGC, first time message in live chat. Always watch your live streams and other videos. That's awesome. I hope it helps you in your journey, or at least gives you some sense of like entertainment value. But thank you for watching. I do hope sincerely it helps to some degree. Chip said many people don't need temple, but pure value I think is best. Channy said 3-hour patch today. I hope not, Channy. That would mess with Coliseum too. We also have
that would screw up Coliseum.
Yeah, that would just be bad. And it's a really, really small patch. Abandonment Gaming said, I replaced my Divine Dragon with an epic one. It has rebirth ability, the epic one. So if you're just starting out, that might be worthwhile for a little bit because you can bless it out. But ultimately, your goal is going to be a fully blessed Divine Dragon. Brandon Nees said, Ola. Patty said, morning OGC, quick question. Do you know anyone on Drake's server 111? I do not. Patty is here with a smiley face. Goldilocks said just 2 hours for Chan. Is Mikey wants to hit 50 on the Dragon Dust pack. There's too many messages. You guys are so active, I can't quite keep up with this. So for Nikolai's question, they are... they're human, and they are considering going to Dwarf or Lich. They've been nothing but human. So, Tain, from your perspective, what's your thoughts on that?
What's their core power?
They did not say. I'm going to assume probably a lower level player.
As a lower level player, I think Lich is probably better because you can tag and kill dragons, and most people at lower levels don't have like a strong hero protection or dragon protection prism, or like their protection maxed. So like being able to tag down a dragon is just like an auto win pretty much at low core.
All right, so you like the idea of Lich.
Human can do the same, but if they've been playing human and they want to switch, I would probably go with Lich at low levels. For Dwarf to be good, you've got to have a moderately good core power to have like enough research and enough shocker to make Dwarf really shine, because those two units have to be super strong.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm glad that I don't know how else to word this, so I'm just gonna throw it out there, and if I'm like way off, just let me know. But I'm very happy that they did not ask about self. So I get asked about self quite a bit as well. So here's my thoughts. I know that this one's kind of out of left field, but for self, I think hands down, self is the best tanking race out there. I don't think that is... I don't think anything compares to trees, especially if they're supported by Shroom Lords. I just think by itself, it is the most tanky thing out there. So that being said, I think it's fair to say that Sylph is the most tanky race. The only way that Sylph is going to be good is if your Oh, okay. Can I saw you want to taint louder, so I'm going to turn them up a bit. The only way that Sylph is going to be good, and I think that this is the reason why at lower levels and in mid levels, Sylph is kind of one of those things where it's kind of out of the question, is your heroes have to carry you. So your troops primarily are purely defensive, and they are the best at defensiveness, but the heroes must win it. So if you look at it from any other race versus Sylph, if their heroes are just as strong as your heroes and their troops are stronger than your troops as far as offensively, then it's going to be a big disadvantage. Like, you have to be, if there's a bell curve of like growth and where you're at in the game, you have to be ahead of that curve as far as your heroes are concerned, or at least get it so that your heroes can single-handedly win you the fight. If your heroes cannot single-handedly win you that fight, then I think Sylph is not for you, and you need to wait until your heroes are strong enough. And I would love to hear Taint's thoughts as well.
I mean, that's true. Like, your heroes are your main DPS in your dragon, so like you can't play Sylph at low levels if you don't have a correctly built dragon. Because if your dragon's mediocre, you're going to struggle really hard, and then if your heroes aren't strong, you'll struggle. But the other thing with Sylph that's really hard is the rush. Like, Sylph units take a very long time to build. They cost a lot of resources. So if like you're in a war server and you're in a young player, you don't have a lot of saved up troop rush, playing Sylph just isn't realistic. They take way too much resources to maintain.
Yeah. So I'm very happy that I think it was Nikolai asked about human going to Lich or Dwarf, because I think Lich and Dwarf are like reasonable choices. I think that Sylph is one of those outliers that I know it doesn't necessarily pertain to that question, but I get asked that quite often. So for the people that are curious, or if those players watch the stream at a later date, hopefully that makes sense to them. Oh my god. So for the Patreon request, I want to get this pulled up because it was a really good one, but I couldn't. It's really hard to do a video on it, and I'm trying to do all the Patreon requests for videos. But this one is one that I struggled with when trying to think of the concept for it, and it was from Dari, who said all packs and their relative value, including special and weekend packs, best bang for the buck. So they're pretty much asking about in-game purchases and which ones, whether it's the weekend special packs, whether it's buying the sets from the shop. I'm assuming custom shops included in that, and I'm assuming that the Lucky Wheel buying the extra tickets is including in that. So what are the best purchases out there that a person can make?
Dude, that's such a loaded question. That's so hard to answer. Like, there's so many like caveats and little things that like determine whether a purchase, like being real, purchasing anything in a game is not a wise choice, so to speak. But if you're going to be spending money because you have the extra income, like what you buy is very dependent on like the age of your account, like what you've purchased previously, and like what type of build you're trying to get, and like if there's so many like variations of like what is a good purchase. Obviously, custom bundles, $4 spent is the best you can probably get.
For which one? I'm sorry, I missed it.
The custom bundles.
Gotcha. So if you wanted to, Chaney's here saying hello. So hey, Chaney. So if trying to balance that without a budget in mind, I think it is a super hard question to try and answer, and that's how come I struggled trying to come up with how to do a video on that.
There's no good way to.
Yeah, it's extremely hard. And Chip said that the weekly deal plus custom shop plus wheel and gear events. Yeah, and like Katie said in the chat, most of those weekly sets are better than the daily shop sets. So I think if you're going to spend, I think that there's a couple things to keep in mind. The first is pick a budget. If you don't have a budget and you're playing a game like this, you're either going to watch your bank account deplete very fast, or you're going to watch your credit cards max out pretty fast. I've made mistakes in the past, regret it immensely. So first of all, establish a budget, and I would go with like a monthly type of budget if you are going to spend. And with that monthly budget, keep in mind that every month you're going to have the lucky board event or the lucky dice. You're going to have the lucky wheel. Dividation is going to come up, and the custom shop is going to come up. So those are four really big events, or five, I forget. Those are things that your spending is going to be centered around. So if you're going to buy sets from the shop, then do you wait for the lucky card event, or do you wait for the whatever those black stone things are? I forget what it's called.
Obsidian shop.
The obsidian shop, and then depending on your budget, you can go into those shops and buy everything you need. Like I think for the big ticket stuff from the Blackstone shop, that's where all of my stuff went for last month.
The best one is the lucky flip.
Yeah, and you can allocate your funds to get either those special sets or whatever it looks like, and also maximize those other purchases from the lucky card or the shop or whatever it looks like. So you can almost get not double, but you can get added value onto your purchase. So some of it is just planning around when to purchase, and figuring out your budget. I think that's the biggest thing. Have your budget and figure out what you want to prioritize. If you need true stones, then prioritize the lucky board. You need 125 spins. It's 188 Lenari each. That's about 23,000 Lenari that you need for that. So I think figuring out what it is you're missing or what you need for your account and fitting it into your budget and figuring out when to make those purchases, I think that's where you start. And then from there, if you look at the value that you get from buying a $5 set, let's just go with the $5 set. So if we look at a $5 set for, what's a good one to look at? Okay, let's do the advanced artifact material, a $5 set. You get one of each of the material. So you get a total of 5 of the advanced artifact materials for $5. So you're essentially spending $1 for each, plus you get 300 Lenari. The other stuff you get, like the 2,000 lumber, like that stuff does not matter at all. So if that's your baseline, where it's $5 and you get 5 pieces plus 300 Lenari, then you come and you look in the custom shop, and let's just go with the $99 bundle, just for the sake of everything. We can see that we're going to get 516. So $1 still equals about 5. It is slightly over that. You get 16 extra for the total purchase, but you also get a bunch of rune stones. Now, are those rune stones worth giving up all of that Lenari? If you were to do that $5 bundle for the advanced artifact stuff, that would be 20 purchases, so 20 times 3, 6,000? Yeah, 6,000 Lenari. So it's 6,000 Lenari worth 1 plus 4 runestone, 4 plus 2, and 3 regular. Those are the things that you have to weigh out in those purchases, and I think spending some time with it and kind of coming up with your own system on how you want to approach it within your own means, I think that's really the starting point, because it's such a overloading question and a very hard one to answer for somebody else. I can answer it for myself. I can't answer it for somebody else. But I have another question for Tane.
What's up?
So what's your thoughts? So Katie's saying yes, it's worth it. 1 plus 4 runestone is 64,000 Lenari. So my question for Tane is, I got asked, Let me see if I can pull up the private message to actually ask it properly. It's all about the custom shop. Sorry that I don't have it handy. I did not think of it right away. All right, so this is from another Patreon that sent a private message, and they wanted to test out a theory. And the theory was if you wanted to spend $300 a month, so we have a budget, $300 a month, would it be better to use the custom shop and tailor your account to exactly what you need, or to focus on things like the lucky wheel?
I think starting out, like if you have $300, the first thing you need to do is the dice board to get your true ruby. Then you could do custom shop if like you're strictly only spending $600. That way you're not gambling with wheel, because the skins, while nice, aren't going to like improve your account directly how you want to build it. I would do custom shop after you get your first true ruby, because the true ruby on Nora, especially at lower levels, the thing is just a powerhouse. I think you could alternate between doing custom shop and doing dice board, because you're going to want a true emerald and a true amethyst also. So yeah, I'd probably do that.
So you would do get your true ruby and then focus on and then just focus on the custom shop, kind of put the lucky wheel to the wayside.
Yeah, if you're gonna only spend $300, because $300 isn't gonna get you a terrible amount of spends each month or whatever. It'll get you a few, but you're not guaranteed to get what you need. So like you could hit a bunch of EXP cards, which is nice. Everybody can use, but like it's not going to get you the artifact materials you need exactly, or the prism shards you need to upgrade your prism. Or if you want to like push your research, it's not going to give you guaranteed, like a week of research or plus or whatever. It's like 9 days for the $100 bundle, I think. Plus you get rune stones. So like if you're very strictly guaranteed only going to spend that $300, I would get your first true ruby and then use the custom shop.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. So would you say that the lucky wheel is more centered on like overall growth of an account rather than like focusing on one specific area?
Yeah, the wheel is where like I could use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I could use a little bit of everything, because I've been playing long enough to where like you've got moderately invested in everything as far as like growth. So like every little bit will have a meaningful outcome, kind of. But when you're like a fresh brand new account, you're like, I'm only going to spend $300. I would do the custom shop.
And now, what about for a more established account? So say I came to you asking for advice for my account. It's not free to play, and it's also not 100% new. But it's definitely not maxed out or anything close to that in any singular aspect. I think highest prism I have 1 at 8. Temple is completely fine. Troop equipment, the highest one I have is a 9-star. Things along those lines. I have no Dragonic at 159. Not that really matters. No tier 15 or 16 completed for research for heroes. If I came to you and asked you and said, I have $300, I have a true ruby, what should I do for the biggest benefit? What would your advice be to me or to a player in a similar situation?
So not free to play, but not really like a daily spender, like a few times a month you'll spend. So I would, at that level of play, like if I were going to use your account, I would 2 troop armors to 10 stars, 2 chakra units to 18. I would have like 700k worth of like hero mastery. The Draconic doesn't have to be maxed out to 159. I mean, bare minimum 109 on all 3, and then anything after that you can just use from the incidental free that you get from events. That's probably what I'd do, because like you said, Temple's like one of those things, like it'll grow over time, but like trying to solely focus on Temple with money, you got to have a lot of money to get like the return on it. Like there's some very good things in Temple that you can only get from the Temple, which is why people still spend on it. But like for a new player or a very low to moderate spender,
temple spending is not going to get you results that you want.
I agree 100% with that, and the temple will just grow naturally. There's actually a lot of I'm pretty surprised at how many runestones you can actually get now. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, because there's some pretty necessary temple buffs.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple at +5 that like one's research, and then there's like a building one. Like those are pretty significant to help you grow throughout like the course of like a new account. So like I think getting to +4 temple is honestly not very hard with how many runestones are in the economy. +5 you can reach very easily. It's when you get to like the 6+ is where it's like a lot of stones without spending money. Like if you're not spending money, you're just using the stuff on the economy. That's where you really notice like the slowdown in temple growth.
Absolutely, I agree. And Mind Xavier just asked, OGC, do you buy the bundles each day for the Lucky Wheel or just buy Lunari straight up? So for me personally, I feel like I say this every month with my personal goal of not spending anything on the game. And then the Lucky Wheel comes and I want to make like a cool Lucky Wheel video. And I end up doing something stupid and trying to hide it from OGC Girl. So this month I did, or the previous month. This month I have not spent anything at all. No, actually I take that back. I bought the $5 bundle for that chest that you open up with the chance of getting 10,000 Lunari. So I did do $5 for that. But last month what I did was I maxed out purchases during the Tane has to help me with the name of the shop, the Black
Card.
Which one?
The Obsidian shop?
Yep, the Obsidian. So I could get, I think I got all the chests that were available from the purchases, and that's what I did, besides from the buying one full set of Lucky Wheel ticket spin things, if that makes sense. So that was my entire spending for last month. And the only thing I purchased was the Hero Mastery stuff. I probably did it wrong, but I do not do daily purchases anymore. I used to do the $1 for the chests and stuff for the Lunari, because it straight up Lunari wise, that's not bad. You get $1 and you're guaranteed to get 120 Lunari up to like 560 Lunari. So that's not a bad deal for just raw Lunari. And my focus is more for the channel, if that makes sense. My goals are different than Taint's goals, and Taint's goals are much different than mine. We play the game in different lenses, and that's totally fine. I want to get Lunari so I can do spins for videos and things along those lines. Of course, I don't want to be super weak, but at the same point, I can't do every aspect of the game. So I'll chase that Lunari more so than getting anything else. But I also needed the Hero Mastery stuff because those the Tier 7 stats are just massive. And now I'm working on the Divination one because I can get more, I think it's Stamina and Might, or Stamina and Command from the Tier 5 in Divination before I go to the Tier 7 in Divine. I'm sorry, it's called Divine. But that's where I'm at with spending it. If you are curious, Mind Xavier, I have other things I'm focusing on besides the game. Someday I'll be able to do like everything, but I cannot. So we have Philip the Fish here saying hi OGC. We have Diago saying in my last Drake 4K was in middle point few 5Ks. Wow, I even had one Drake where the top player was 5K. Oh my gosh, I would love to be on that one. It's Mikey said, you live in a castle. Would not. Oh, so the castle from that video, that is not my castle. That's just a really famous house in that neighborhood. Because it's literally a castle on the ocean with a giant pool and its private beach. Like, it's so cool. All right, so do you want to look over the patches coming up?
What?
Do you want to review the patch with me coming up?
Dude, I looked at the last couple patches they put out, and there's been nothing of significance.
Well, this is the biggest patch all month.
What is it like? Some weird like change to something that nobody cares about?
Exactly. So for this patch, this is going to be patch. Let me see if I can get it to pull over. All right, here we go. Let me just double check, make sure it's on the screen properly. And before we do this patch, I need to let you guys know real quick about this video sponsor. So here at the OGC Gaming, we have sponsorships. So in the past, we were sponsored by EG. By sponsor, it just means I like them and I wanted to give them a shout out. So they are still recruiting. So if you guys want to join up with EG, message Dupius or Tiamat. As far as the house, is a fantastic house. Everyone has each other's backs. It's a beautiful place. But for this video, we have a different sponsor for this video, who is somebody that I just like and want to give their house a nice big shout out. So it is on server 3,495. I can actually transfer there in 4 years. So who knows? Maybe I'll see you there in 2024 or whenever it comes up. So the name of the house is Oasis. I would message a person named Artemis and they can talk to you about their house on server 3,495. The house is Oasis. They speak English. I believe that is international, so there might be some other languages, although English is a primary language. I don't know a ton about the house, but I know that the players in that house that I am aware of are fantastic players. So if you're looking for a group to play with that you guys can communicate with, shoot Artemis a message. You can find them by looking up server 3,495 and searching for the Oasis house. So for this new patch is patch 1.23.38. Now this is going to change the game over. Sorry, can't do this one seriously. This is going to change the game altogether overnight. It is so powerful. It's such a huge update. So first things first, we have a dual tower update. So dual tower, there's a new thing called Law of Evolution. It will be a seasonal theme for this next dual tower season, which is starting, I believe, in 4 days. So after this weekend, there'll be the first day where it's open. With this theme, the attack of all units, which also that should include dragons, that should include heroes and all troops. So the attack of all units on the battlefield will increase by 5% every 10 seconds. In the patch video, I gave you my thoughts, but I'd love to hear what Tane has to say about how this will impact the dual tower season.
It sounds absolutely stupid. Like, straight up, why? Why would they need to do that to Dual Tower? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, there's already lag problems and stuff for a lot of players, and now they're just going to, like, randomly make Sylph the master race. DPS is their problem. They're a tanky stall race with heroes, and now they're going to get stronger every 10 seconds? What in the hell is that?
Yes. So 1 minute into the fight, so fights last for 2 minutes. So once you complete that first 1 minute of the fight, everything on the battlefield for both sides, their attack damage will be increased by a total of 30%. So that's kind of like winning might and everything else all over again. So my thoughts originally with this was maybe there were issues with fights going on for like 2 minutes, which, to be completely honest with you guys, I think the last Dual Tower season, there's only literally a couple fights that timed out for me, and it came down to like 2 Belrogs hitting each other or something silly like that. So I don't think that fights timing out are necessarily as... It's not like it used to be with Lich, where there's 90-second PvP fights and Lich would just stall out every fight, and whoever attacks who first would just lose because of that. That issue is resolved. There's so much damage potential now between Rufio, your Nora, your Dragon. Like there's plenty of damage to kill everything on the battlefield now. So I think times are different.
This is effectively just going to make Sylph the PvP race, like, for Tower. Because, like,
their only issue was not having enough damage, but now they're going to get stronger as the fight goes on, even though they already heal ridiculous amounts and are super tanky. Like, it doesn't make. Why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense.
So Goldilocks said, "Will it help with the timeouts?" No. So my after I read this, when I first went to make the patch video, my thoughts were identical to Taint, and I think my thoughts now are still it's an indirect buff to Sylph for sure, because again, like we were talking about, their best strength is their defensive, they are straight up the tankiest race. There's no beating around the bush. But I think this might have been intended to try and speed up the battles, because dwarf versus dwarf, they're very fast fights. 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute tops if it's not a smooth wipe. For other races, they can go on a little bit longer. So my thoughts with why they might do something like this is to try and make fights overall be a little bit faster. But I really don't know, and it's 5% every 10 seconds. So I mean, if the fights are won within that first 30 seconds, really, then would it really change the whole outcome of the fight and benefit a single race, or is this just going to speed up the fight?
I don't see I didn't see the need for it. Like, maybe at like the lower levels there's some problems with timeouts that I'm not aware of, but like at my level of play, and like, like the probably top like 300 of Dual Tower, like not just top 100, but like top 300, I doubt timeouts happen very often. Like, I just don't understand like where the data is coming from, where like this is something that's needed. If anything, they should fix how people rig fights to like boost other players in Dual Tower. Like, if players are deploying one hero in Dual Tower against a weaker opponent, like, when they're in like their top rankings, like there should be a penalty for that. Like, there's tons of players that get boosted every Dual Tower season that don't have the skill to be as high as they are, but they get boosted by whales in their house, and it's like, it just like defeats the entire purpose of Dual Tower.
I agree with that a lot. I don't think that there's any like fail-safe options that they have to combat that. And if they are, then I think that they could be exploited as well. Just like how the current system has its own exploits with like boosting people in your own house. I think whatever they put in to change with that one hero thing could be exploited in its own way. For this
the simple thing would be like, they have to deploy you should like have to submit a formation or 2 or 3, and then that's all you can deploy in tower for like that day or that opening period. So like, if you submit a 1 hero formation, that's all you're deploying for that entire like period that it's open, or make the minimum required power like so many or something. I don't know, but it's ridiculous. I know they do it. Like, I watch people climb in the tower who are like 7 million core power, and they're in like the top like 20 in Dual Tower, and I know they're not that skilled. There's no way they're getting past all these 10 million like core power whales and stuff and actually winning the fights.
I have to give a really big shout out, because I also, in the back of my head, I also know he's going to watch this at some point. But I think that on a different note, if we flip that around to talk about super skilled players that are able to make it really high, Kraken, that dude is unreal. He's like he's
good, and
he's
does
amazing.
Well, but like, he's not going to be able to compete and get to the top 20 in Dual Tower at his core. And there's people who are not terribly higher than him. 1200k core, getting into like the top 20 of Dual Tower, and it's like, there's no way you fought opponents and got this high unless somebody was losing on purpose and giving you wins. Like, I'm not comparing Kraken to people like that, but there's like obvious accounts that you see climb. It's like, there's no way you won fights to get that high.
I agree, and I just bring up Kraken because there are people out there that are not super high core that are able to break into the top 100. Like Kraken's broken into the top 100, being a 6 million core power player. I mean, if I look at the top 100, the people that come to mind are like Toby, Katie, Sir Chris, obviously people like Coffee Bun, Tane. I can't say his name, but the dude's name that starts with the K, like all of the in Adina, like those are the people that come to mind, and they have significant core and significant skill to back them up. And then just like how there's people that might not have that skill to back them up that do get boosted up, there are some really impressive people, in Kraken just being an example of it, where they play way above their core power, and they just their account's built where every core power there really does matter, and they know how to use it to their fullest advantage. I mean, I also really like the guy, and I can respect it. He kicked my butt so bad in Dual Tower, and I was looking at the core afterwards, and I was like, I got him by like a million core power, and this dude just destroyed me. Just utterly destroyed me. He is insanely good, and that's part of the reason why he can break into that top 100. And I can only imagine people like that, or people like you or me, or anybody that gets frustrated watching other people get boosted up who shouldn't necessarily be there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're not really fighting for it. They're just
they're
free
handed
passes.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next thing on the patch notes. I'm sorry with the segue, Kraken. If you're watching, I just had the utmost respect for you, man. You kicked my butt, and I love losing to you because those are the replays I go back and I watch, and I'm like, why is this dude using Volari? And I'm like, why did Volari kill all of my snipers? And those are the replays that I get the most information from.
That's because we were talking about that in the chat earlier.
What was it?
We were talking about it in chat. I started using Volari because I put the tier 10 arcane on her, and I put a bunch of like gear and a prism and stuff on her. She's pretty good. I put my Ring of Ragnar on Volari now.
Well, her little like flame balls or whatever go so deep that it just takes out the snipers. Then I'm left with a bunch of mechs, and he's got a Ruby Dragon. I have an Onyx Dragon. The Ruby is going to win long term. So yeah, it's brilliant. So for the Golem invasion, as far as the new patch coming out, this is what this patch is all about. This is what this maintenance is all about. This is what we're all about, the improvements to the game. So the Golem invasion is now broken down into 3 new modes that have been added to the Golem invasion. These modes are going to be Challenge, Elite, and Nightmare. Harder modes get better rewards. The game will automatically select the mode according to your Realm Merge status and whether Conquer Drake event is on. You can go to the Golem invasion interface to learn more. So I know that this is one of those events that Tane goes out of his way to make sure that he wins every time it comes up. So Tane, how does this affect you?
Bro, I haven't placed in a Golem event in my entire life.
I kind of figured that. You don't seem like a Golem event type of player.
Yeah, no, like my house usually wins. Everywhere I've been, the house usually wins because there's some people who just like they crack out for golems, like they love it, like they live for golem event.
Yeah,
and they go hard. Like they like set timers for like every release of the golems, and they are just slaying them all day. It's crazy.
I give props to people that do that. I have never been that person. The rewards when it first came out to get that what's the name of that trinket? It offers a ton, like the most stamina.
Oh,
all it is stamina. You know what I'm talking about though, right?
It's it was a god, I know what you're talking about now. I can't remember the name. It's a lamp. It's a lamp, Everflame lamp.
Yeah. Oh, Everflame lamp. That's what it is. Yeah. So when Golem event first came out, and there's no other way of getting the Everflame lamp, like I might have tried for like 8 hours at the Golem event and just realized that there's people that are going to farm it so hard that there's no point in me even trying. Oh my god, everyone in the chat, because there's a delay, everyone's like, Everflame Lamp. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So the Golem invasion stuff, for the people that are interested in it, I'm glad that you're getting better rewards based on how hard it is. It's hard for me to be super enthusiastic with this one because this is such a giant time commitment with, in my opinion, it's not necessarily the best reward. I'd rather do a city clash and go farm walls all weekend than do a Golem thing. But that's just me, and that's just me. I don't have to move around the map. I can stand at a city and hit like 40 ults. Way more fun for me. It's easier. So the next big one is actually a change to the Hero Masters. Taint, did you see all the major changes to Hero Masters?
They're gonna explain what they mean because they didn't. And people are like, "What?"
That's pretty much all of the changes with the Hero Masteries. So now the description of Tenacity Training 2 and Tenacity Training 3 have been improved. I'm actually pretty excited to see what the improvements were in this update. By the way, I love the wording of this. In this I should do the quote thing. So, quote, in this update, we merely adjusted some descriptions, end quote. That pretty much sums up this whole patch. We merely adjusted some stuff. It will have no effect on how the abilities actually work in game. So they're just kind of updating the wording so things will make sense. I think for people that have played other games, hate to bring up these references, but I feel like all these things overlap in these games. But if you've ever played League of Legends and you put Merc Treads on your tank, then you know exactly what tenacity is because Merc Treads give you 35 tenacity. So I think it will be good and will help people out that don't have prior experience or exposure to games that use the term tenacity. And
resistance to being crowd controlled.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. So Goldilocks burned 1,500 pots last Drake. So they're all talking about the Golem invasion and how many potions and stuff. Yeah.
So back in the day, before like we got our own witch shops and stuff to get potions, you could actually farm golems to net positive on energy potions.
Yep.
You just go around killing the gray ones with like one hero and a reflection and 4 troops or whatever, and you can kill the gray golems really easy and collect those chests up and pop them for a positive return on energy if you're low.
And absolutely. And after we go over the other improvements and bug fixes, because this is a really huge part of this major patch, we will return to the idea of the witch shop. So under other improvements and bug fixes, this is probably the biggest portion of this patch because everything else has been really minute in comparison. So the description of the mercenaries in the Pinnacle event have been tweaked. A rule where mercenaries cannot inherit Mirror of Reality effect has now been added.
Oh, so they're saying that you can put a hero for hire that has a mirror, so then you can use a mirrored copy of the hero when it's on loan?
Yeah.
That's spicy. That's like the best thing in this whole patch.
Well, that's how it used to be. They're removing that now.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's dumb. Why would you remove something that's useful? Like, it's not game breaking. Like, the Pinnacle has an endpoint. There's no, why would you make it harder for people or, make it less appealing? It doesn't make any sense.
I have to say, on a positive note, the Pinnacle event is pretty much the coolest event in. If you guys are going to try for an event, so let's use that example. If you're free to play, I would rather invest the time in the Pinnacle event to get as high as you can than do the Golem event. I think the rewards of the Pinnacle event are literally second to none as far as in-game events.
For a free event, yeah, the Pinnacle's definitely the best, and it's fun. And
Yeah.
it helps you learn to build formations to solve problems so it like helps you practice for Void too. It's good. It's a very good event. I like it.
Yeah, I think that the biggest events that kind of shaped Art of Conquest, the first one being Clash. I think Clash is huge. Following Clash up, and this one's a double-edged sword. So it offers a lot of good to the game, but it also reshaped the culture of the game. And I would have to say that's Dual Tower. So the reason why I say it's a double-edged sword is the culture prior to Dual Tower was if you want to get good at PvP, you go out into the world and you PvP. And I think with the cultural change of having the Dual Tower implemented, I know for me personally, where I'm at in the game and what my goals and everything are, and again, Taint's like the opposite of me, I don't want to go out and fight in the real world. For me personally, I have literally nothing to gain by giving somebody a revenge link or a horrible loss. Like it's just it doesn't benefit me at all. Versus the Dual Tower where there's no risk. There's no risk involved, and the Dual Tower kind of accelerated the growth of the meta and the speed at which people adopted things, because not only could you see replays from other servers and other players, and you can select the race and the league and everything else, and you can find it in the replays, but then all of a sudden all of those quote-unquote hidden things, or those little subtle things that you can do to your account to give you an advantage over your opponent, all of a sudden those things were visible, and you can go in and you can see every detail about somebody else's heroes, their troops. The only thing you cannot see is their artifact levels, and obviously in Hero Mastery. That's coming. I bet you pretty soon we'll be able to see other people's heroes masteries. That's my bet. So I think Dual Tower was a huge addition to the game, but I think culturally for the people, for the older players that are used to Taint's from a server that's I think within 60 of my original is 1204 or 1205. What's your original? 1260 something?
I'm 1240, baby.
Oh, you're 1240. So we're from pretty much a very similar time period. That's like 35 servers difference. And for people that are older than us as well, all the way down to server 1, and I have to imagine people servers after us as well, the idea of Dual Tower and kind of removing real world PvP, that's a really big change for a lot of people, and it kind of makes it now where like wars for certain groups of people is very taboo. Like they just don't want it, which is fine.
I don't get that. I live for it. I love it.
I know you do. I could personally care less. I know you love it.
Like I love like not having to have a reason to attack people. It's just because it's what we're doing. Like I love it. Just hit people. It's fun.
Yeah. Also, Muhammad, have a good night. It was really nice to see you. I can't see. Oh, Revenge is asking about Bazrix with okay, I missed that one. And Katie said my Grandmaster fight replay was in Tower Replays for the World, and it was against it was against Eric. I remember warring against Eric. He kicked my butt. Katie also said people with only Dual Tower experience, though, don't ever expect to get smacked with borrowed troops with different races. Yeah. No, in Muhammad, they are not removing Dual Tower. I was just going off on a thing with different events that really set and changed the perspective of Art of Conquest overall. Clash of Fate was the first, and I think still is probably the most impactful one, where it's a team tournament based on PvP from cross servers. I think that alone, that's just huge. Dual Tower is probably another one, and I think culturally it reshaped Art of Conquest. And then
it made the game too farmer-centric. It made the game into Farmville.
Yeah. It all depends on where you line up with your goals. Like Tane and I are complete opposites. I would much rather farm and then spend my time doing videos than go to a war. Tane will literally go have a war because that's what he wants. That's why he plays war games. So there is
I'll
almost
change servers to fight people.
true. So there's almost like a cultural divide, and for people that have played the game and never experienced the game prior to Dual Tower, they don't know. They miss out on that experience. The other big event that I think, as far as like really good moves, that I think the Pinnacle event was to assist free to play players or free events. I think the Pinnacle event was the best thing that Art of Conquest could do to help free to play players hit those bare minimum needs across the board for whatever they need.
And it rewards your house for being strong together. Like as the house, 10 players clear a stage, it rewards the whole house, not just the individual. So it's nice. It is a cohesion type of event.
I agree 100%. Having that, it's almost like the PvE meets house competitiveness, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy Pinnacle.
I like the Pinnacle as well. I think it's a great addition to the to the game. And if they come up with events similar to that, although it'd have to be different, I think that's where the event growth could really come from.
The only problem with Pinnacle is it's very race specific.
Yeah.
Pinnacle favors dwarf super hard. It's so easy as dwarf compared to the other races. I've done it as dwarf and I've done it as human. Human can do it as easily, but nowhere near as quick. As dwarf, I was clearing stages in 10 seconds or less most of the time. As human, it takes me 20 to 30 on average. Human's just not as fast.
Yeah, and when I was Sylph, Sylph sucks.
Yeah, Sylph's a terrible PvE race.
Yeah, I struggled really bad in the Pinnacle event. So the last time that there was a Pinnacle event that I was Sylph in, I could not make it far at all. I couldn't kill the dragons.
Yeah.
And because I couldn't kill the dragons, I just could not progress. So now that I'm back to dwarf, I flew up. I'm 20 stages higher than I was the last time the Pinnacle event came out, and it's nothing major happened on my account other than getting more stat points because of hero mastery. There was no other major milestones reached. It's just purely snipers versus trees. It's night and day.
When was the last time Sylph was used to complete a void level? It's the mid 130s. They're just not good for PvE. They're terrible for speed. They're terrible for damage. If there's a stage where it says, survive until the time runs out, Sylph would be the one, but there's not a stage like that. That would actually be a cool void stage. Try to survive until the timer runs out. You'd have to do it as Sylph.
Well, even if you look at what's that event with the tank, DPS, and healer?
Guardian something? I can't remember.
I don't know. Katie and Dina and Super Bob had that.
Oh, that's Divine. That's Divine Trial, the one with the angel.
Even for Divine Trial, the best tank race isn't even Sylph.
Nope, it's Lich. It's all Lich.
Yeah,
Lich for all three.
And I get it. It would be next to impossible to make an event that benefits all races, or all races have an equal chance. But there isn't a single event out there that Sylph does good at or better than something else.
Dwarf is for Pinnacle. Human does Swamp very well. Divine Trials Lich. What's the other one? There's another one. The one where you step on the pads to summon the heroes. That's a human event. I think that's all of them. But yeah, there's not a single one of the PvE weekly centric events where Sylph is a preferred race to do it.
I don't really feel bad about it, but at the same time, kind of stinks if you're a diehard Sylph player.
Yeah, I think more people would try playing Sylph if there was another viable side to them other than just wanting to stall out and win with heroes and dual tower. Because people casual players or people in a war server,
playing Sylph is just really not a realistic option. Like, they take like a whole day to build a tree. Like, a gold tree is like 22 or something hours, I think, 23. It's insane. So, like, their recovery time is like 8 hours or something after you kill one and it's injured. Like,
Ooh,
so much time.
we just got Rufio. Can I get him? I don't have 300 void tokens. Jeez.
That's because you only log into this account like once a month.
If that, I do have a true ruby on it though.
You do, but you don't have a prism yet.
Uh,
Imagine getting Rufio with tier 4 arcane unlocked.
oh
You
my
could be
god.
running the server, dude.
I wonder how strong the strongest people are here.
Let's take a look and find out.
4.6 million for first place
That's decent.
with 313 million honor. That's actually really solid for a PTR server. That's really good.
What's their dragon power at?
Let's go check it out. So they
Yeah, that-
are.
Go ahead.
All right, so they are yellow. So let's go see dragon power. All right, so 434.
Pretty decent. That's, I think, 2 trees at 109 at least.
Yeah, so 109, 109, and 79. And let's see if they get a perfect dragon.
Man, I am too good at that.
Yes, you are. All right, so they have my old dragon. So the fatal blows perfect onyx.
Nice. Yeah, so that's pretty good for that server age and everything. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. The other person, oh geez, the number one dragon in the server is no hero pred. So it's a perfect onyx without hero pred.
That sucks. Yeah, now especially with like all the extra hero levels and hero mastery, like you can't do PvP without a hero pred dragon now. Like if you don't have hero pred, you are just boned.
Yeah, hero pred is so huge.
Yeah, before hero mastery it was big. Now, if you can't neuter their heroes with hero mastery, like you're just giving away the fight pretty much.
I agree. And KDG said that she got a perfect score in the trial last week with humans, but that's definitely whale required, which is really the only option. So first of all, congratulations to KDG and the group that she was with. That's impressive. No matter how you cut it to get a perfect score in that, it's a lot of dedication.
I tried to do tank as human, but I couldn't time not killing the angel as human as easily as I could as Lich. I either murdered the thing like with a minute and a half left, or I would get it super low and then I would put her out and it'd have like 10 bars left of health, which isn't enough for perfect, obviously. It was hard to gauge the damage.
I agree. So what's the thing that you're looking forward to most out of this new patch?
I mean, the one thing I was stoked about is them removing it, actually, so I don't know. Nothing? Is that an option? This patch doesn't seem to address any real issues or, like, improve anything people care about.
So what about this? Do you think that there'll be any ninja buffs or ninja nerfs? And I don't mean the Rock and Race. I just mean like.
I would hope they would do that in realistic like terms to the Rock and Race because the unit's completely and utterly unusable. Like even for the other races that have units that like they don't use quote unquote, like at least mummies resurrect units. Humans use horses every once in a while and spears for like void and stuff because they're useful. There is literally no scenario in this game where you'll ever want to build, deploy, loan, or use ninjas. Like they literally serve zero functional purpose in this game.
I agree. I feel very, very bad because there was a day. Wait. Oh, at first I thought that was Prism. I was going to be like, oh my gosh, I have a Prism. But I don't even have Nora in that yet for the True Ruby. I'll get Nora in like three years if I keep going with this account at the rate that we're at. There was a time where ninjas were absolutely awesome, and actually, I think there's a couple times, but now they are not.
The last time they were good is when they would like on defense or attacking garrisons.
Yes.
They had morale collapse immunity, and they had a chance to spawn a clone wherever they threw their little like ninja stars. Again, it wasn't like OP or game breaking, but it made them usable and viable for defense, which made Rakan kind of playable. A Rakan garrison now is just a complete and total joke. It doesn't matter how big of a whale you are, that garrison is collapsing immediately.
But they can use it 1L every 15 seconds.
It's 12 now, I think.
Oh, is
But
it
it's
12?
still terrible. It's still terrible. But yeah, so the one time that they were kind of viable or usable, they were like out of nowhere for no reason. They're like, we're just gonna nerf ninjas for no reason. And I was just like, what the hell? Like nobody was complaining at the time. I think people were complaining about Lich and Sylph. Actually, I think this was still when Sylph was like in its first big meta phase, and people were complaining about those two races. And they're like, "Oh, by the way, guys, we're just gonna ruin ninjas real quick."
Well, in this is brought up in the in the chat. So Diago actually brought up a really good point that catapults are now useless.
They've been useless for like 2 years. They need to remove catapults and replace them with another deployable PvP unit.
That would be awesome. Like the mounted archers for the humans, the Gatling guns for the dwarf. They need to do something with that.
Because realistically, like, why would you use catapults? They quote unquote get you more honor, but they do such significantly less wall damage.
Yeah.
They're hard to protect. They're slow. They cost a fortune to build, and they take up a ton of gold army cap. Like, why would I ever use them? They're just terrible.
I agree 100%.
And their research tree takes just as long as all the other units, but they don't serve multiple functions. They are only good for hitting walls. You can't use them in the void. You can't use them in dual tower. They don't do anything in pinnacle. Like,
It's very, very, very true. They could be replaced. And you know what? Have you started building any Thanes? Because the next time we meet in the mines, which it might be tomorrow night,
I'll build them right now.
Okay, cool. Because I want to go up against it. You can use all of your heroes. I just think troops, you should only be able to use Thanes. Feel free to use the mastery.
I'll fight you. I'll fight you with heroes and Thanes.
No dragon. Perfect.
I'm using my dragon. You're high.
All of your heroes are like level 80 or 90 now. You don't need a dragon.
They're level 70, but my sages and generals are only level 65.
Dude, your hero power is higher than my hero mastery.
That's not my fault.
Touche. But you don't need your dragon.
But I love Eclipse. It's a great dragon. Great dragon.
So
I mean, we can do it both ways. If we get lucky enough to end up in the same mines, we can do all kinds of shenanigans. I don't care.
yeah, and you know what? I'll build Thanes too. We're going to make Thanes good.
Oh, we'll deploy Avalon and Elena and like the other like non-aggressive like general heroes or whatever, and we'll do a Thane versus Thane fight and just go at it.
That would make me the happiest person in the world.
That'll also be fun.
The winner will be crowned the best Thane player in Art of Conquest.
Yep, the Thane Championship is what it's going to be.
So instead of Clash of Fate, it's going to be Clash of Thanes.
Clash of Thanes. Win your dynasty.
Oh my god.
It should be fun. Again, that's one of those things about the game where it's like, why is this in the game still? This obsolete, like, complete and total waste of space is in the game. Like, literally never in my life have I ever seen something like, yeah, I totally need to build these things. Because they're going to have...
Oh my god, so Katie actually had an awesome idea. You should use catapults, and I'll use Thanes, and we'll deploy only generals.
My catapults are gonna be like level 16 soon. I don't know if that's fair.
Dude, it would be like Lord of the Rings, like Mordor clashing with. I'm not good enough with the lore, but it would be like a sieging down a city, like all these little things running up, and then you have the catapults just launching.
So your Thanes can only be silver. My catapults can be gold.
Go with silver ones. I don't think you really want to mess up your gold cap for a possible or your troop rush.
I have almost 800 gold cap with like no city stuff. Like I don't care.
Oh my gosh. So bro asked, what did they miss out? We're holding a Thanes only PvP tournament. Winner takes all. Winner is crowned the king of Thanes.
Who's the true ruler of the Thanes?
Yeah, who rules over the Thanes? Diago saying 1v1 me with catapult Saint.
No, we should do that. We should make silver catapults and have a catapult like thing for Clash and just challenge people to catapult fights.
Oh my god, I need to see who's in my mines tomorrow and see what type of like random just fight stuff I can get.
We should start a trend and do catapult fights where you use only non-aggressive like general heroes and as many catapults as you can fight and just start like a fucking let one slip. Start a new trend where you fight people with catapults since they're so useless. Now it'll become like the meme that keeps the game going.
Oh, okay, what happens if we had it so the only troops that you can deploy are catapults and Thanes?
New meta. Catapult Thane meta. Let's do it.
Catapult Thanes
deploy
and
Thanes.
no aggressive heroes.
So, no aggressive heroes, no golds. It's silver catapults, silver Thanes.
Alright, I need to write this in. Alright, so catapults, Thanes. For heroes, Avalon, yes or no?
Avalon, yeah.
Alright,
So
Grims.
Avalon, Elena, like Florist, Vega, Grims.
Wait,
like,
Vega?
Those heroes are like, yeah, Vega. She doesn't heal catapults. So what if she heals the Thanes, but she doesn't deal a lot of damage herself? Like she's not a DPS hero.
Okay, so we got Vega. What about Grims? Because he has catapult mastery.
Yeah, you can use Grims. He's not doing a lot of damage himself.
Well, he has suppressing fire. That might kill some Thanes, man.
That means it's strategic where you can put your Grims.
Oh my god. Are you allowed to use prisms?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
So you're going to go with like all plus troop attack for your catapult? No, that doesn't affect catapults.
Exactly.
Wow.
So I mean, you can boost your Thanes, but like your catapults are all about, well, they're catapults. Like you just gotta hope to get lucky and hit crits, I guess.
All right, so prisms allowed.
Ooh, and it also comes down to like race preference. Like you could be dwarf and have like the ones that have to have a reload, but they fire a little bit faster, or you could go with like the ones that don't need a skill sequence of reloading them to keep them good.
What about Gafgar? Does Gafgar have the Thanes mastery?
Gafgar, no. He's the
Bane.
one that has the mech mastery where he like keeps mechanical units with higher health.
Here's an issue. Bane has a Thane mastery.
Wait, Bane has Thane mastery? Well, then he has to be included. Not Gafgar, but Bane, since he... Wait, does it actually have a mastery to it? Or is it just
Yes,
like...
so Bane can train Thanes in the barracks of a human stronghold. When he's on the battlefield, all friendly Thanes have their damage and health increased by insert percent chance.
So that means Bane is the one aggressive hero you can use. Because you can't play with Thanes and not use their lord.
Like when I think of Thanes, all I think of is Bane. Like clearly Thanes are so tanky that it's just a bunch of mini Banes running around.
Ooh, how about this? We limit the heroes. You can have Grims, Bane, Avalon, Elena, and Grims.
So no Flores, no Vega.
No Flores, no Vega. So you have those like what? 5 heroes?
Wait, I have Avalon, Elena, Grims, Bane.
I feel like you need 5 heroes. I think 4 is not quite enough troops to use for things and catapults to keep a front line.
Yeah.
Who should you use as the 5th hero?
Well, we might actually. Well, no, five should work. Somebody is asking. I thought things were rubbish. They are. We're just creating a new PvP meta for our King of Things tournament. Ooh, Tiamat had a good question. What about double heroes? Like, can you run double Bane?
You can use your artifacts. So yeah, you could use double Bane if you wanted.
Wow,
There's no rule against using reflection.
Dude, one Bane's going to tank all the things and catapults. Nothing's going to kill Bane.
That's a good point, though.
Like, Bane's just not going to die. So I think, although he is the chieftain, I think we have to remove Bane.
Yeah, you're right. We can't use Bane. He's too strong.
Right,
Against Thanes and catapults, he's just gonna like wipe everything, and there's gonna be 2 Banes beating each other up.
So I think we should put Vega back in because she'll just hang back and be useless.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we have to leave the Bane out. You're right, because it's become Bane versus Bane as he destroys everything.
Should we? Yeah. Oh my god! So for the 5th hero, so far we have Avalon, Elena, Grims, and Vega. For the 5th hero, can we do Sprig because he's pretty much useless? But this might be his.
Against and catapults, he'll wreck.
I know, but it could be the one time that Sprig is good again.
Nope, I think he'll be too good for our desired weird PvP meta.
Oh, so the strange one said Gazul. Let me see real quick if things have moral immunity.
They do not. That'll be terrible. They'll just all run immediately.
Really?
They will dissipate.
Oh, I don't have Bane to actually go and make them. So
no, they're not. They will collapse immediately.
All right, let's see what other. So those are out of the question. Whoops, go away, Gazul.
Talk. You can use talk.
Talk? Really? Because his black holes might be devastating.
I mean, yeah, but that's all RNGesus. It's all random chance. But he has no offensive skills, so he'll literally just sit there.
Okay.
As a passive buff.
Talk it is. So we got catapults, Thanes, prisms are allowed. No dragon.
No dragon.
No dragon. Avalon, Elena, Grims, Vega, and Talk are the only heroes that that you can use. Tristan is asking about Yip.
He doesn't do anything. But his Cyclone on his basic attack really screw up the things.
All right, and we're going to call this the King of Thanes tournament.
King of Thanes, baby.
Actually, how do you spell it? Am I spelling? I feel like it's Bane with the T.
Yeah, no, it's TH, but yeah, Thane. THANE.
Is it really? Jeez. Viking Chieftain. THANES. Okay.
Clash of Thanes, baby.
Do you want Clash of Thanes or King of Thanes?
That's a tough one. I don't know. Let the chat decide.
Chat out there, we need your help for this PvP setup. The most intricate, the most exciting, the greatest PvP accomplishment of all time. Shall we name this format King of Thanes or Clash of Thanes?
I vote Clash of Thanes.
Let us know in the chat. You can decide. You are the community. So Mike said Clash. Artemis said Clash of Thanes. Ooh, the strange one who's always first, except for today, he lost in the video and he lost in the live stream because of connection issues, said King. Diago said Clash. Tiamat said Thanes the best thing we've ever seen. Bro said Clash. Muhammad said Clash. Goldie said Clash. Okay, so it looks like Clash is overwhelming winning. And Charlie said that things aren't great until level 18 research. So I agree. Once you get level 18 research for them, it opens up the doors. So strange one, I'm with you. I prefer King of Thanes. However, the mob rules for this one. We're going with Clash of Thanes as a new format. I'll do a video just for this, and we will track the progress for anybody that wants to participate. So is catapults? Oh my god, I skipped upgrading my catapult buildings. I'm at such a big disadvantage now. I should not have done that. If there's one thing I regret in my Art of Conquest career, it is not making inappropriate jokes. It is not wasting my building rush on research. The only thing that I could have ever regretted by playing Art of Conquest is after level 45 to 50, I have not focused on catapults at all. And this is going to put me at a very big disadvantage.
For Clash of Thanes, yeah.
Yeah, think about it. Your catapults, that's your damage. We got Grims out there who's got the mastery for catapults.
It's going to be a rough world for you, man. You're probably not going to do well.
All right, so now I have to think about like what artifacts. Artifacts are going to be huge. I think for Avalon, I'm still going to include the Sky Totem on one. I definitely need a troop reflecting. Troop reflecting. So the Mirror of Reality, I think that will have to be on one of the heroes. Another hero, I'm going to Vega. I'll have 2 Vegas, so I'll put the duplication on Vega because obviously double heal. Why not? Grims, Ring of Ragnar. Actually, I need that on talk, or Grims. What are you gonna do for your artifacts?
I can't tell you where I'm not going with this.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. We just created this. This is going to be the next.
I can't give away the competitive edge, and we haven't even had our first tournament yet.
Oh, my gosh. As soon as you find out your mines thing, will you send me a message on Facebook?
I will.
Out there, anybody in the chat, is anybody good at like Photoshop or making like a really cool image? Because if somebody... I'll make a deal with you guys. Let's make a deal. Let's have an OGC community contest. The contest is going to be, I want this thing that's on the screen right now. Let me make sure it's on the screen. This notepad thing with these requirements, the name being Clash of Thanes. It's Catapults Thanes, which I should probably spell correctly. Prisms are allowed and no dragon. The only heroes that are allowed, and I'll include artifacts allowed as well. I want this to be on like a 1-page sheet with a cool background, cool font that it kind of explains the rules. If anybody out there is really good at like graphic design or coming up with like a
Make Tiamat do it. Tiamat's in the chat too and he's muted. Make him talk.
T-Matt, do you want to do that? Make this look like a really cool brochure picture type of thing so that I can post it places and get people on board?
Are you prepared for my art?
So anybody else in the community that really... if anybody out there wants to do this, this is what I'm looking for. Tiamat, you're doing it as well. Fair
enough.
Make the coolest looking thing that you can with like the requirements for this for Clash of Thanes. Feel free to throw Thanes in the background, make it look real cool, make it look real artsy. Private message it to me on Discord. The information for Discord is in all of the videos. The winner, the one that we choose, will get a big shout out and a special spot in a video. And as long as you have PayPal, I will buy you a $10 Jax. So,
I'll give him a high five.
What is it, Taint?
I'll give him a high five.
And Taint will give you a high five. So that is the community challenge. We need the artists out there to get to work to make this look mad cool. We're going to get this going. Private message it to me on Discord. You will be featured in a video, and you will win a Jax, assuming that's your first purchase of Jax, the $9.99 one. I will send that to you in PayPal. I will blow my Art of Conquest budget solely on you. So we're going to make this a real thing. Team Matt's even going to participate in these battles. This might be a way that he can finally beat me.
Also, OGC Charlie from EG said that you spelt Prism how Snoop Dogg would do it. Charlie's coming at you with the dad jokes, by the way. Charlie's always cracking dad jokes.
I love you, Charlie. You know, I'm just a G-O-double-D.
Oh, man.
Anyways, yeah, this would be awesome. Oh my God! So Men in Black coming out of retirement. Artemis is cheering people on. Charlie is saying a crisp high five from team. Oh my God!
High fives.
And Diago actually had a really, really good point. Diago, don't mention that. That's going to be my secret weapon going up against Taint.
Bro, my things are about to smash you.
Dude, this could be the first time ever that a 5-star High King Justice could determine the fight.
I have one.
I have a 3-star. I feel really bad about that, but
I'm gonna summon my double level 18 archers. Get wrecked, fool.
actually, that's probably all that it's going to take. So Devin Drago brought up the point with Avalon and Elena summoning troops. Is that allowed? 100% yes. Oh God.
Nah, I feel like summoning units defeats the purpose.
Okay, so no summoning.
Yeah, I feel like that just like takes away from the whole catapult thing. If I summon 2 packs of like massive level 18 archers, if I play human right now, like my archers are gonna come in strong, like super strong.
All right, so no summoning of troops allowed. Tiago, great catch. I should not have said anything because I might have been able to. I probably wouldn't be able to beat Taint, but yeah, I give up.
My Elena would savage you. Don't even play.
He's gonna be frontlining Elena, so Elena runs forwards.
Of course I am.
All right, bring it.
Bro. She's got her fancy little skin and everything. Next to Avalon, so she rushes in with Warhorn and starts beating stuff down.
Dude, that's my favorite hero. But if there's anything I know about you, Taint, and from reading World Chat on your server, all you do is talk. So I'll see you on the battlefield.
I rarely talk in World Chat.
He's going to hurt me now.
Dude, when I come back to 117, I'm going to a different color. So, like, I'm going to come after you if you capture a city.
Dude, we can do more Clash of Thane fights.
We can.
We can actually hold a tournament.
Our Clash of Thanes.
In Artemis, thank you very very much for being awesome. You are the best.
Well, the good thing is you can make Thanes and you don't have to stay human because there's no research tied to Thanes. So it doesn't matter if you like switch to human, make Thanes, and then go back to dwarf and stuff. It won't affect anything.
True. In one second, I have to thank Artemis. Hopefully, OGC Girl doesn't see. Right? OGC Girl, you didn't see anything, right?
Totally.
Cool. Okay, she said that she didn't see anything. I'm dead. Yeah, so, okay, this is what we need to do. Team, you there, man?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am so excited for this. I have not been this excited in a long time. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'll talk with the people from Blood Moon. Now, since you'll be in a different color, we can do the Clash of Thanes. And what we will do is you'll be like the tester. So we'll go up because besides from like Circus, you're going to have more core power on others. Since we can't fight each other in Blood Moon, we'll compare like our losses going up against you. You're going to be like that neutral bad thing. You're going to be the bad thing. And we're going to be the good things. And we're going to test and see who does the best up against you. Can you handle
So I'll be
that?
the boss fight? Cool.
Yeah, you're like that ultimate boss thing. You know what I mean?
Top thing, baby. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, can we change all of our names to Thane-related names?
Thane. I feel like that's going too far, but I like it.
Faint. Faint is already a thing.
Oh, I can't.
It's happening.
Faint.
Come on, Faint.
Do I feel a name change coming on? Probably.
Oh my god! And then we can use the profile pictures as Thanes. Oh
Yeah,
my
some
god!
random Vikings. No big deal.
And then Chan will change her name to like Bane because she's like the boss Viking of all of us Thanes, or for our group. Oh my god!
It's from Chan to Chain because she's a Thane.
Ooh! Where's Charlie with the Snoop Diggity Dog rhymes, yo? And just like that, I lost half of my subscribers.
And you're dead. Yep.
So Artemis says, "I love you, OGC girl. Don't hate me."
How
OGC,
much longer till maintenance is over? We can see if what they've like slipped in under the radar. I feel like the reason custom bundles and like other stuff didn't pop up before the update is they're gonna change something either about them or they're gonna add some type of weird event in conjunction with them.
yes, I agree.
Because like this whole thing is super strange. No weekend like event, and then a maintenance on a Thursday. Like this is strange.
Yeah, and also like last week, the Lucky Wheel was a day early as well, which was very weird.
I think that's because there was a holiday in China associated with the first of the month. I think
Yeah,
is
but-
why that happened. Don't quote me on that, but I think there was like some type of like national holiday or something.
There's also there's also another jeez. Okay. There's a National Day holiday next week. When was that sent? That was sent on. Okay, so this week in overseas, there's a quote National Day holiday. It's like a week long.
That might be why Wheel started early last week.
And that I don't know. Okay, actually, that kind of makes sense why maintenance would be tonight and not on Monday, because Monday it would still be part of that week, but tonight is technically no, today's Friday for them. I don't know. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Lilith does what they want.
It is, and yeah. Oh my God! So Devin Draga said the event is Justin Thane. Oh my God! You know that song "You're So Vain"?
Yeah, you're so Thane.
Oh my God! Yes, the amount of memes, guys. If anyone out there is into memes, we need some Thane memes. Charlie, I don't know where you are, but we need some Thane memes. Let's make themes.
You've just challenged Charlie to memory about Thanes. You'll be pleasantly surprised, I'm sure.
Oh my God, I am so excited for this. I have not been so excited about Art of Conquest in a long time. It's pretty hard to get me over the top, but for this Clash of Thanes where you can only use catapults, Thanes, prisms, artifacts, and the only heroes allowed is Avalon with no summoning, Elena, no summoning, Grims, Vega, and Talk. I've never been more excited in my life. Grims, I'm actually thinking about putting a wave prism on him because I can do the reload and all of a sudden, boom chakalaka.
Yeah.
Whoa, the new hourglass prism. Oh my gosh. So many combinations.
You know, what's gonna be real crazy is Avalon Warhorning some catapults as I blow away your Thanes.
Bro, my Thanes are the most tanky Thanes in the Thane universe as of until you make yours.
I can't make mine right now because of the update.
I can't make them because I don't have Bane. The struggles of low-level players. I now understand. What it's like because I cannot make Thanes.
Dude, I could never start over on a new server even for fun because I'm so used to having like access to literally everything and multiple options for everything. Like the idea of being like a brand new account and not having anything would just be nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very overwhelming. I realize when I like even when I go onto my alt account, I feel overwhelmed and I feel like whatever I'm doing, I'm so far behind that it's just like. But I'm really not behind if that makes sense.
Yeah, wall accounts have become obsolete. Like, there's no point to have wall accounts anymore. Honor's so easy to get. Just hit a couple people.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that. Actually, do I have any artifacts on this account?
I've completely like stopped logging on to my like wall accounts to like upgrade their walls and stuff. I've got like 12 of them just sitting around gathering dust.
Oh, your poor wall accounts.
I know they're all like level 47 too. I'm just like I'm over it. I'm done with them. I don't want to mess with them anymore.
47? You might as well log on, just scan them up. Because what happens if you wanna?
Well, I don't need to like log on to them again for like 2 months, just like before they hit level 48, because they don't have any like dragon bonuses or like like positions to get builds. So like they're at the bare. I didn't even move them into cities. I think to queue up the buildings. I just was like screw it and just leveled them up. So they're taking literally forever.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that. It's hard enough to manage one account. So to go into all of the alts, especially if you're doing it from your phone too, like that just sounds like a pain
It's
in the
annoying.
butt. Like if
All-
what is it?
All of my wall accounts are on my main account. So like I have like 20 servers opened on my main account, and I have alts from 19 of them.
Oh geez, I forgot I had a molten griddle on this account. This is a weird account, man.
Oh, the Lucky Wheel this time. They added the rogue gear as a chance to get from the Lucky Wheel chests.
Yeah,
Which is nice.
it did feel a little late. Like I felt like they should have added that maybe last Lucky Wheel, but I'm glad that they did add it.
What I don't like is like older Lucky Wheel chests don't have a chance to have the rogue gear in them. I've got like 20 something of those chests from the previous wheel that there's no reason for me to open them because I could not possibly need another piece of gladiator gear for Drake sets. So like they're just literally a waste. They're obsolete. Like there's no point in having them.
Yeah, I agree.
I should have updated with this wheel and been like, if you've got Lucky Wheel chests still, you held on to them, they should be able to like roll over to being able to open up for the rogue sets.
Random question. I would be shocked if you had the answer, but if anybody is, you will. Do you know how much training time it takes to make one Thane?
Dude, I have no idea. Probably like less than 7 minutes, that would be my guess.
Okay, because I guess you can only make them as human. So like tonight, I have my work cut out for me. I'm actually going to take this pretty serious because it sounds so ridiculous that it's awesome.
I mean, they're silver units for one, and then they don't have any like special stuff about them really. They're just basically vanilla units.
Special.
I can't
They're
imagine.
Thanes, man. They don't need anything special.
You're right, but I don't think they'll take very long to build. As silver units, they should be relatively quick.
Dude, if you think about it, Thanes is the only troop that has not been nerfed in all of our Art of Conquest history.
True, and they also don't have a gold unit.
Okay, so what we need to do is for the next time that there's like the Facebook suggestions, where we
Yeah, it's a gold unit.
yes. Oh
and
my
replace
god.
them with catapults.
Oh, okay. Yes, in Banes could be like an overall every race could use them type of unit. It's better than catapults,
Anything's better than catapults. They're so garbage.
and they have
Except for Clash of Thanes, we got it.
And they have double masteries because you get it from Avalon and you get it from Bane. So although Bane is weird, it only goes up to level 7 for that mastery.
That is weird.
And
Why wouldn't it go to 9 like everything else?
I have no idea, but yeah, right here, Viking Chieftain 0 out of 7. So with the Molten set, you can get that at 8. But isn't that? I thought that was really bizarre for like mastery.
That is weird. That's definitely strange. Like I don't see any reason why they would cut it off at 7 because they're like not a game changing unit. Like, there's no reason why it would be the only mastery that stops at 7.
I know,
So weird.
right? Maybe it's because level 8 is just so good and they had to cut it off because of the way the algorithm's written.
Maybe getting to level 9s when you get the gold things.
Oh, I actually have not tried this with the Molten set. I highly doubt that anything happens, but I'm actually the most
Break
eager.
the game, dude. Break the game.
We're
Do
going to
it.
break the game with Thanes. This
Get
is
that 8 of 7 Thane mastery and watch it. Like, all of a sudden you can get gold Thanes and you just like dominate the game forever.
Oh my god. So Charlie is still around. He said a Thanksgiving long time to train. Wait, Thanes takingly long time to train. So Charlie, we need Charlie from EG for the memes for the themes, and I also need my offer out there for whoever wants to put a really cool background picture on this and like spell it out for the requirements for the Clash of Thanes. Whoever wants to do that, private message me your submission of that final look onto the Discord. The favorite one that I see, or the most kick butt one that I see, I will give you a huge shout out on a video, and I'll send you $10 on PayPal. You must have PayPal. There's no other way to really do it. So make sure that it is PayPal. I'm seriously looking forward to this. Oh wait, never mind. I'm not going to ask that question. When we can do this on the server, I already know that answer. But maybe tomorrow night on live stream in the mines. I'm going to do it tomorrow night regardless. I don't care who I fight in the mines. I'm still going to do this. Thane is now really quiet because he is afraid of my Thanes.
Man, your Thanes ain't gonna do anything.
Oh my god, my Thanes are going to destroy your catapults, man. Do you actually think that catapults will kill Thanes? Or is it going to be Thanes that actually kill Thanes?
I don't know, man. It's so hard to tell because like Thanes literally have 0 research and like abysmal. It's like the temple doesn't even affect them. Like their stats is terrible.
They need chakra at least. Give Thane chakra at a minimum. Like, what's their unit size? 6?
I don't even know. 15, I think.
So Patty is asking, yo, OGC, what's your core? Not that I think that is a reflection of my account's power, but it is 6,941.
Why aren't you 7 million yet?
Because I'm not spending on the game. I rather help out starving graphic designers get their big break.
That's not what I asked you.
I'm waiting because this is a huge month for me, man. I can't spend on the game this month.
Well, no, I'm not talking about spending in the game. Like, you could still be 7 million without spending. You could be out there working that corner for Lenari and stuff.
Yeah, well, so yes, I could at any second rush my castle till 49 and easily hit 7 million, but I am not. I have 21 days of building rush and 15 days of research rush, or the tech rush. So I am holding out, in whenever we go to Drake next, I don't care whenever that is. I'm going to save up all of my rush and go for the tier 16 hero research. So right now,
For which one?
so that's a really tough question because like in the chat you said that the gladiators and paladins are going to be better for dwarfs. I can totally see that, but the rogue and mech one is going to be better for other races. So I don't know. I don't know because I have been really inconsistent with saying as a particular race. I think I'm going to just say dwarf, just because like I'm going to end up being so busy coming up that I'm not going to play the game much. So I might as well just say dwarf. There's no reason for me to change. But long term, I mean, I'm going to do one of them and then the other right after. But I mean, that's still 3-4 months that it's going to take. So I'm still undecided. I have time to kind of think about it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think Dwarf's probably the best choice at your core.
Which one? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I said I think Dwarf is the best choice at your core.
Yeah, I agree. With human, I was able to do decent. So Sylph, I have to remove Sylph out of my mind, because I have not gone heavy with the hero mastery. So I don't think my heroes are strong enough compared to other people at my core. Like if I was to do a hero on hero fight, I would lose to the people that went hard with the hero mastery. So I think Sylph is out of the question because of that. And for the humans, I was able to do okay as humans, but I think if you are a weaker player going up against a stronger player. So not weaker like you're a weak player, but if I'm going up against a stronger opponent, the race that I would want to be is either going to be Lich or Dwarf. And I think that's because Lich should be able to take out that dragon, no questions asked. In Dwarf, you have the RNG with the headshots, and it does not matter if their hero is level 70, headshots are headshots. So that was I guess it does matter because the heroes can have so much health that they live through it, but you guys get what I'm saying with that. So I think if I'm at a disadvantage because I'm not willing to spend to keep up to people around my power level with the newer content, I think that my options are Lich or Dwarf. And out of those two, I am a very bad Lich player, and I also don't have the patience to pick it up. I think I'd be fine if I spent the time to figure it out, but I'm not going to do that. So I think that puts me back to Dwarf because snipers, no matter the disadvantages, as long as they're within reason, I think that it always gives you a chance of winning. So I think that's why I went back to Dwarf and why I'm going to stay Dwarf, and I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes sense. It's. I think for Sylph, you have to be a whale. You have to be a competitively spending whale to do Sylph.
I also
Human,
thought
I
about
think
Rockin'.
a good option. So.
Wait, what is that? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I said human's still a good option, even if you're not like a big spender. I think they do very well against the other parts of the meta besides Sylph. And then it comes down to personal preference after that.
In play styles as well. Playing Lich is a total different feeling. In your objectives in the fight are totally different than anything else, really. So I was pretty kind of comfortable with Dwarf, so I figured go back to Dwarf. I don't think Dwarf is weak, and I don't think Dwarf will. As long as snipers don't sustain any major nerfs, like they did get a minor one for the headshot damage, as long as nothing really changes with snipers, they'll always be somewhat viable.
I sent you a picture on Facebook from Charlie. It's the meme for Thanes. You need to look at it. It's hilarious.
Oh, God.
It's literally perfect. Like, Charlie did a good job. Like,
oh, my God. All right, guys, I'm going to pull this up for you. This is so this is from Charlie. Let me see the screen if all of it. Okay, most of it fits. Oh my God, that is awesome, Charlie. I love you, Charlie.
Right?
That is. We're going to make Thanes amazing. I have actually never seen a Thane above level 15. This is going to be huge. We're going.
I assume it levels with the building, so mine should be level 18.
Oh, come on. That's such a big advantage going up against me. Oh, my. You might have to use bronze Thanes, man.
Are those even a thing? I think they only make silver.
Pretty sure that there's bronze ones. There's got to be bronze ones.
I thought it only made silvers. Like, there was no bronze, there was no gold. It was just like, you get silvers and that's it. Like, deal with it.
There has to be bronze things. And by the way, guys, if you guys are interested about playing the game, it will be back up in 28 seconds. Now 25 seconds. So we're going to wrap up the stream. Before I say goodbye to Thane and everything, Artemis, you are an awesome person. I am glad that your day has done its whole 180. So thank you so much for the support, and I hope that the stream allowed you to smile a little bit. Charlie, awesome job with the meme. I expect many more. Let's spread the love with the Thanes and see if we can seriously get the Clash of Thanes format going, just for giggles. Taint, thank you for joining us for this stream. And anything else or anything at all that you want to say before we wrap everything up and hop back into our Conquest?
Nope, I had a great time. It was always fun, talking, and I'm looking forward to killing you with Thanes. Oh,
bring it on. See, this guy, I've been on his server. All it is just chatter on World Chat. He hasn't even used any energy potions in months. I will defeat Taint. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you think is going to win, OGC or Taint? My money's on Taint because he doesn't talk, he takes action. I'm just teasing him. It's going to hurt real good.
Looks like no hero mastery in the custom shops.
Really?
Yeah, it does not look like it.
Oh, geez. All right, so with that, guys, please consider subscribing if you have not subscribed. We're getting pretty close to 5,000 subscribers. That's probably going to be our last major milestone for a while, so it will be really cool when we get it. We'll have to celebrate and all of that cool stuff. Consider subscribing. In the description of this stream, there's a way to support this stream, but in other videos, there are a few different things, such as the Patreon page. So thank you very much to the Patreons out there. For DA space R, it's either A or U. Nope, I was wrong. So for DA space RI, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm very sorry. Hopefully your question on Patreon was kind of answered the best that we could when it comes to talking about relative value for special weekend deals and pretty much what purchases to make in the game. It's a really hard question to answer, but hopefully you got some sort of insight from our conversation earlier. I'm sorry that it's not a very streamlined answer, but it's a very hard thing to answer. But consider joining up with Patreon if you guys want. I don't offer a ton right this second, just because real life. But I do appreciate those guys a lot, and ladies. So we also have a merch store, Discord, Facebook. Go check it all out, and I will see you guys again soon. Actually, like tomorrow night type of soon. So have a wonderful night, everyone, and thank you for joining us during maintenance.